Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of The Green Room. Good to have you with us today. My name is Dave. I'm a Christian recording artist and a worship leader based in New Jersey, and it is a beautiful day in New Jersey today. So, I wanted to talk about last weekend's shows. It was August, well, we did a Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, so it was the 14th, the 16th and the 17th of August. The night of the 14th, so I was in Southold, New York, which is out in the North Fork of Long Island. Absolutely beautiful area of New York. First of all, welcome. Good to have you here. If this is your first time tuning in, great to be with you. These are kind of a recap of shows that I do on my tours up and down the East Coast, and usually in the summer around this time I am up in the Northeast because it's a good time to summer in the Northeast. So anyway, so Thursday night, beautiful church, Southold, New York. It's right on the kind of the northern easternmost tip of Long Island. You can look over the water and see Connecticut. And it was absolutely beautiful. A little humid, but it was nice. And so I set up, I brought my wife with me because we were near a beach. So of course my wife comes when we're near a beach. That's always a good thing. And we had friends out there that let us stay at their place on Thursday night. So that was pretty cool. Got to hang out with them on Friday, have a good dinner, good lunch, all that kind of stuff. So, but this church, beautiful old Presbyterian church in Southold, New York. And I got there set up. We were going to do it outside, and they were really concerned. I guess there's a big tick problem out in this part of Long Island. So we moved it inside to stay away from the ticks. And so I set up. We were supposed to start at 7 p.m. on a Thursday night, which was, interesting, but that's the night they had, so. And around 6:30, there's no one there, and this woman shows up first, the first person that shows up, and she says, "Hey, is this happening?" I said, yeah, it's happening. There'll be some people. We ended up having about 40 people there, which is great, so. But, so I started chatting with her, and she said, "I drove over an hour to be here. I love Christian music. I was just out in Red Rocks, saw Chris Tomlin there." And she told me this whole story about how she went out to Red Rocks and her husband tragically died while they were out there. And so she said, "I went back this year to Red Rocks to kind of finish the trip." And she said, "It's been a hard year." I said, "Yeah, I can only imagine." And so we got to talking. I played the show, and then we chatted after. And she kind of continued the story, and she said, "I really don't want to go home. I've got 3 kids at home, which, they were older, so." And she said, "But it's really, it's tough for me to go home now to this empty house." And I was kind of like, man, like, what must this be like? She said, I've been kind of on this journey. And she said, "It was great to be here tonight, to hear the music, hear the songs. I really connected with a couple of them." And so I was like, just thanks for coming. Like, it was great to be able to kind of give this hour and a half to you as kind of like a gift. But it was just kind of, I don't know. It was a tough conversation, and I told her that I'd be praying for her, and I have been praying for her. And boy, you never know. Like, God just has such different plans for all of us, and how is he going to use that in her life and the kids' lives and just all that. So anyway, pray for her. I'm not even going to mention her name, but just pray for her. And then Anyway, so it was a great night. Really beautiful, very acoustic night. Like just piano and guitar, like no tracks or anything. It was actually, I left there and I was like, man, if I could do that every night, that would be awesome. It was really cool. And so then on Saturday, I was in, let's see, Milford. In Zionsville, Pennsylvania, at Milford Bible Camp. And they do this every 2 weeks. They have these shows over the summer. And we caught a beautiful night, got a great sunset behind me as I was playing underneath their tabernacle. It's an old camp meeting. This place is celebrating their 100th year next year. And so we were able to lead worship there for these folks, and probably had about 100 people. Oh, we got 3 kids sponsored in Southold, and then 3 kids sponsored in Zionsville. So 6 kids over the weekend. Great weekend. And so it was really cool to be able to just be there in this old place. So I played a bunch of hymns. You have to play hymns when you play these 100-year-old places. But again, I was chatting with this woman after, and she was telling me this story about her husband and how he had left her, cheated on her, and just completely kind of, middle-aged, kind of almost like fell apart. And we were chatting, and she was just telling me about like the struggles and what it's been like and how hard it's been. And I was like, man, just 2 nights in a row of just these heart-wrenching, heartbreaking stories. And she said, tonight, while you were playing, there's some points where I had to just get up and leave because they reminded me so much of my husband and being with him and just, going to church with him and all this stuff. And I said, man, it's really, really tough. And, she had tears in her eyes during some of the songs and just crying through it all and just, I guess, just letting God begin the healing process of whatever this is going to look like moving forward. And so we chatted for a while, and I got her name and her husband's name, and said that I'd be praying for them. But these moments, like, just to be able to offer up an hour and a half of peace is the only way that I can almost describe it to these folks. It's kind of amazing. And I don't take that lightly. Let me just turn around here. That opportunity, and it's almost like you can give a gift to someone that way by, hey, let's just take 90 minutes. You can kind of unplug from the world, let God speak through the songs, through the stories, through whatever else the Spirit's going to say to you over the course of the night. And so it was just kind of amazing to be able to be there for those 2 women and just, kind of speak into their hearts and into their souls through the words that God has given me and through the words of God, right? Through some of these hymns and through some of the Bible verses that I recite during the show and all this stuff. So it was just, sometimes it's very emotional when you play these shows. And so prayers up for both of them this week. And so if you could pray for them, that'd be great. Also, Sunday was great. Sewell, New Jersey, Sunday morning worship. Really cool. Just good to connect with the guy who booked me. I used to play shows with back in, 10 years ago or whatever. So it was awesome to just kind of spend some time with him and hear what's going on there. Wonderful church. Fellowship Bible Church in Sewell, New Jersey. Just great people. And man, that was a great morning of worship, and got to kind of connect with a few folks that I hadn't seen in a while and met some new people, and a lot of fun. So that's the recap. Nothing crazy, but just, know that when I'm out there, you guys that are members in our worship room community, just know what this is doing in people's lives. It really does help and change lives. And 6 kids got sponsored this weekend, so that's incredible. And then also just to be able to provide, you know, a little bit of downtime for folks, some worship time, where they can reconnect with God, maybe in a place where they're kind of struggling with their relationship with the Father, struggling with what He's doing in their lives, is kind of an honor, and it's good to be able to partner with you guys and do this together with you. So thanks for being here. If you want to join us, head over to jointheworshiproom.com. You can get involved there. There's tons of stuff that you get back. You get over 500 hours of worship content by way of devotions and Bible studies, worship videos. You get a community praying for and with you. It's just been awesome to be able to just keep the worship room going and connect with people there, pray for people there, and share a little bit of our journeys together inside the worship room. So if that sounds appealing to you and something that you might want to be involved in, just go to jointheworshiproom.com. That's jointheworshiproom.com. Okay, I'm gonna continue my walk. You guys are gonna go about your day, but thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of this. And boy, God moves. God continues to move, doesn't He? It's just awesome. Okay, we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
That burns deeper than anything we know. I wanna live the love, but can it be enough? I wanna be the one who makes a difference in this world. I wanna share the hope so that everybody knows. Maybe I can be the one who makes a difference in this world. In this world. There's someone out there waiting for the light to shine. Someone who is tired of being alone.